Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the more productive players around, despite being a defender. When you look at his stats and see his contributions, you can realise how key a player he really is. And I suppose in many ways you can call him the perfect example of the modern fullback.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Now it's Neymar. Looking for options for movement. Swept in. Hernandez can get it clear. And it's Cruyff. Cruyff. And he's there to clear it. Messi. That's really well manoeuvred. And he's chosen to go back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Searching pass he's played there, and he's intervened well there. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Bullet is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Now it's Mbappe. That's a little off target. Pelé. Cruyff. Of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. And he goes cross-field. And it's Lahm. He won't be happy with that one. Lahm tries to pass it through. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Big header! It's bounced back off the post. He can get that clear. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. That has not gone well. Now it's Neymar. Benfica have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. And it's Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic, a player who needs no introduction. Probing pass. Ibrahimovic showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Short changes him with that pass. Hazard. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. And it's made its way to him.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Looking for a runner. Oh, that's clever. Oh, good take and a great chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. And he's managed to get rid. And now a sudden chance to counter. Oh, that's well spotted. Lahm is one whose deliveries we all know about. Neymar is wide and looking to get onto this. And he's taking no chances there. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Azar can so cleverly bypass the press. Beckenbauer. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Fernandez. Spread it left. Now there's a fine ball. And a chance!
Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required. That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Corner number 2 then. Hazard with the short one. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Neymar, and this is Hullet, and it's Hullet. He's having a shot! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Some first-half thoughts?
It's been all left field, and while the supply has been decent, it's bringing no reward, so this needs a different approach.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Yamal. And it's Azar. And the shot! Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing. Corner number 3 coming up. Cleared away. Benfica are looking to go forward now. Played into space. It's a really well-measured ball. Ibrahimovic. Oh, nice touch.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Serbia needed that. They really needed it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Alexander-Arnold, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Goes for a shot! Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Benfica have the chance to go the other way. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Fernandez sends it crossfield. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Now that's well seen too. He's a sharp little ball here. Takes a shot! It's in! And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substituição para o Benfica. Número 14.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. A 1-0 lead established.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
No way through there. And it's Hazard.
Número 20. Sidorf. Número 7. Número 18.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Beckenbauer is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Yamal looking to run onto it.
Serbia really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
And here's Hazard! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Benfica surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Hazard gets into a good position. Well, they want another corner, and it looks as though they're going to get it. It's their second corner of the game. Hazard goes short. Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Serbia are looking to go forward now. He's on it. Can he get away? And he's picked it up out wide. It's a searching pass. That's beautifully weighted. And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. So, third corner of the game. They've played it short. And it's pulled. Terrific header! Oh, it's come off the upright. Well, there's the clearance. And here's Baggio. It's Baggio! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Está a proceder-se a uma substituição.
So their fourth corner of the game. Not a lot we need to say about that. And he's there to belt it away.
Benfica nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
There's the shot! It's hit the upright. Ronaldinho is flagged offside. Benfica close now to seeing this one through to the end. Great ball!
Vamos ter 5 minutos de compensação.
Great effort, beautifully taken.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Vardiol. Hernandez. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Hernandez. That is ended up in no man's land. Looking for the run. Oh, he's found support out wide. Roberto Baggio. And the finish! They've done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for. As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
And the first thing...
And that's it. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying day's work.
Voluntários de cada bancada.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Lamine Yamal. Well, this guy, Lamine Yamal, Peter, certainly is a very exciting talent. A natural right winger. We all know about his technique.
Ibrahimovic! They've scored!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Pull it. Back into the middle. And no, that was never going to make it. That's a good ball out wide.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Nice interception, well timed. Lam. So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. He's through here. Beckenbauer. Pedri. Kvaratskhelia, he is onto this. And he shoots! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Spread out to the left. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. So, power or guile, what's it going to be? Neymar! One of a type! He's brilliant! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And they're at it again in double quick time. Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Pedri has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Oh, it's Batistuta. Well seen, saw that coming. And it's Ibrahimovic. He's under a lot of pressure there. Great ball, and he's in here. Tries a shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And he has been fouled there. Pullet gets on the end of things as a matter of habit. Oh, cracking ball. Chance! Yes! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And that pass just didn't quite work. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Pele puts his foot on the gas. Well, played right into his path. Caught offside that time. No way through. Can he finish? That was quite a test for the goalkeeper.
Well, probably not the best way to try and get back into this game, but it could spark something into life.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Yamal. He has found the way through. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pull it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He is through here. And he's got his cross in. And this is Cruyff. And that has sent him sprawling. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be. Pele. Out to the left it goes. Pass somewhat off target.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And it's Rijkaard. Now it's Pedri. Neymar. He might be in here. Goes for a shot. And it's come back out to him. In for the pieces. Oh, he's been caught napping. Now this could be a chance. He's had a shot. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And again. And that is a truly outstanding save.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
Barcelona with the corner, there first. And now a sudden chance to counter. And the pass is intercepted. Neymar, Benfica have a free kick. Well, that looks like a final warning, still no card. Yamal, that has not gone well. And that'll be the last act of the first half. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Benfica absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves, just stay calm and see this one out.
Benfica are cruising it at half-time, 3-0 ahead. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Cruyff has it in a wide position. And the shot! He scores! Just cruising! They are cruising! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
That's what he lives for, Peter, not a lot more to add.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Benfica have got it back and they'll have another go. He's picked his way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Thuram wins the duel this time. And the counter is on. Van Dijk was in no mood for any of that. Belletti. Well read, nice interception. And it's Gullit. And it's made its way to him. Well, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Over to the left. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
Neymar. Shapes to shoot! And it's in! How good is he right now? His boots twinkling at their golden best.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And that means just one thing, and that's it. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
E os membros da equipa de segurança de cada bancada, por favor, dirijam-se à sala de
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way.
Well, there's no doubt, Peter, that Alessandro Del Piero will be key here. But I'm curious as to what role he's exactly been given.
Well, what would you do, Jim, if you were the manager?
I'd give him a free role behind the attack. His flair, his technique make him the perfect player for that position. And he always seems to benefit from playing off that central striker.
Played back. Nice sequence of passes, this. Beckenbauer wins the duel this time. And here's Ibrahimovic. It's Ibrahimovic! It's there!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So, a breakthrough already. Oh, easy pickings there. Zanetti calmly anticipates. And that's really well manoeuvred. Cruyff will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. So just one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Shapes to shoot! Oh, taken with style! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Well, that pretty much works out as a gift due to the space he was afforded in the box.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. It could be in here. And he's there to retrieve it. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Pele has been caught there. It's a foul. He gets the ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Good ball over the top. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Neymar takes a look up. That's good play. And this is Ibrahimovic. And it's Hullet. Hakimi did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Pele. Donadoni! And that certainly packed a punch. Pele. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Oh, such a clever touch. Steaming on goalwards. Pings it, he right there! It's hit the crossbar! That's a lovely, neat pass.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Del Piero has it in a wide chance for a shot!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
And this is Ibrahimovic, and this is Ibrahimovic, played back in. Nice interception, well timed. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Benfica clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, what has happened here? Great chance! Oh, nearly, but not quite. And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos with the short one. Fiore, and he's cut it out. Nicely aimed pass. And now they can spring out of defence. Roberto Carlos. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Ibrahimovic. Not the most convincing of passes. Good running, strong and purposeful. Donatoni. Pato. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. And we are up to the break.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. Looking for options for movement. Cross goes in, climbs up big, and the keeper couldn't hold it. It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Benfica are looking to go forward now. That's good running with the ball. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
He's beaten the last man. He's picked his way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Oh, sweet feet. He has a look up. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Turkey are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Cruyff. Face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Neymar. Ibrahimovic. And the shot! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. Benfica presented with a golden opportunity here. Eyeball to eyeball with the goalkeeper. That is some save from De Gea. And that's a poor pen.
It really wasn't a confident penalty, Peter. It was almost like he was trying too hard to second-guess what the keeper was trying to do.
Substituição para o Benfica. Número 14.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Número 4, Neymar. Número 13, número 11, número 21. Vão dar os seus lugares
Donatoni.
a número 22.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Número 6, Hazard.
No, that's been intercepted.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Roberto Baggio. Oh, he's been caught napping. There's the shot! Quality ball.
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
He's shifting through the gears here. Thuram did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Roberto Baggio. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now Seedorf. Great ball, and he's in here. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well read, nice interception. And he's surging through. And he tries a shot! Goal! Turkey! And the comeback is complete. That was easy, almost too easy.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Turkey go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
That pass has been well intercepted. Roberto Carlos gets across to intercept that. Can he get it through?
Turkey surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. Has a look and plays it forward. Now it's Roberto Baggio. Oh, that's well spotted. Keeper's got good distance on that. Now it's Roberto Carlos. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission.
Turkey can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Showing good feet. Shoots! They've scored! They have stolen level at the last!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
Threads one in. That is a great pick out. And that is as far as it goes. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively. But it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter. And it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders who need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
Del Piero charging forward, the ball at his feet. And here's Hullet! Hullet! Oh, it's come off the upright. And that's caused a worry or two.
And not just close, agonisingly close. Patrick Vieira is a man of many qualities. The leadership has to be top of the pile.
He's not just the destroyer, is he? He is the enforcer.
True, there's so much more to his game. Quite comfortable in driving the team forward, and he can make those marauding runs from box to box.
And this is Cruyff. Pressure stays on, it is a corner. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. That's good defending, very good defending. Manchester United are looking to go forward now. Pull it. Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position. Well, that looks a decent... And a chance! And it's in! Maldini. Benfica, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Opts for safety. To Maldini. Pele. Hullet can be a real threat inside the box. Steaming on goalwards. Well now, oh, he's had a shot! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Ibrahimovic chasing after it. Beckenbauer. And it's Neymar. Neymar proves just a little bit too strong. And that's been one straight... And Hullet! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Benfica really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
It's their second corner of the game. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. Neymar, very much a man of this moment. Looking for the run. Roberto Carlos gets into some space. That has been knocked clear. Want to throw in. Beckenbauer. Oh, he's been caught. Chance for a shot! Goal! And Benfica take the lead. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Cruyff. He's got tall. It's hit the upright. That's going to go a long way. Now it's Roberto Carlos. And that's a throw-in. Knocks it into space. Played into the middle. He rises! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
And this is Del Piero. Beckenbauer. Good running, strong and purposeful. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Neymar. And this is Ibrahimovic. Vieira. Aimed beyond the defence. Ibrahimovic is flagged offside.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Turns back here, probably the best option. Messi looks to get on the end of this. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. And it's been played through. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Benfica leading 1-0 at the break. That gets things going for the second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Pelé with the cross. And the Sar claims it without any fuss.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Maldini. Neymar. And it's Hullet. Pelé can so cleverly bypass the press. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Manchester United trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Del Piero gets into it, shapes to shoot! Oh, crossbar! Neymar.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
This is good pressing, they're not short on bodies. Foot in. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. That's a shade optimistic. Not the most accurate pass. Cruyff is offering some sort of an apology there.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
This might spell danger.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Pelé, spread it left. And this is Neymar. And this is Cruyff. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Gullit takes control of it and he's on the move. Your impression so far, Jim?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. He's had it taken off him. Nicely spread. Cruyff going face-to-face with his great rival. And he's chosen to go back.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Oh, that is superb. A dangerous moment, perfectly dealt with.
Well, what can you say about that? Just about everything was stacked against him, and he still came through.
Roberto Carlos is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Zanetti promptly onto that, and that is that. And it's Cruyff. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Benfica leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Can he get it through? And this is Del Piero. Roberto Carlos. Deep cross. Up he goes! Harmlessly behind.
Substitution for Manchester United.
So, time
20,
for changes on
Messi.
both sides, actually.
Number 18, Gullit. Number 7, Vieira. Coming on the field, number 22, George Best. Number 19, Rooney.
Roberto
Number
Carlos
5,
is one
Neymar.
whose deliveries we all know
Substitution.
about. Best. Oh, that's fabulous.
Manchester United really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Cristiano Ronaldo! And we're done. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, it's not very often you look at your goalkeeper as a source of inspiration, but I think we can make an exception for Gianluigi Donnarumma. Such an incredible player, one of the safest pair of hands.
And the finish! Marvellous goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And that is as far as they're going to go. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Knocks it into space. Now it's Cruyff.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Ibrahimovic. Pele. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. Well, the referee has made it pretty clear now that this is his last chance.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
No, he's not getting past him there. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ball swung in. Marquinhos clears it away. Romero deals with that comfortably. Driving through the middle.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Hullet. And here's Ibrahimovic. Clipped into space. And the shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. Benfica are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Cruyff. Hullet. And it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos gets into a good position. Lovely bit of skill. And Shafati. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. And this is Neymar. And he's managed to get free. It's Neymar! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Neymar can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Lovely pass, but can he get there? So much time and space here. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. So a big chance now from 12 yards. Donnarumma, in the context of the game, he must save it. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And that gets things running. Well, Jim, in an era when we have plenty of high-quality goalkeepers, how would you rate the Brazilian Julio Cesar?
I think you have to have him up there as one of the greatest ever, Peter. You know, some may suggest he was more than that, but that's hard to say. 6'2", he may not have been the tallest, but in terms of command of his area, presence, speed off his line, I would say he was in a class of his own.
And that's really well manoeuvred. And this is Maradona. Cruyff. Pelé. And this is Cruyff. He is through here. Oh, what has happened here? And this is Neymar. Pelé. Can he get on the end of this? Chance! They just took too long getting forward.
Well, the whole idea of a good breakaway is to leave the opposition struggling to get back, and they were just too slow.
Howson. Now Otto. And this is Pizarro. Oh, played through for the wide man. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Gullit. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Zanetti does well to get it back. Beckenbauer.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Yamal does well to stand firm and defend it. Baresi. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from it.
Goes down, but nothing given. Benfica have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. And it's Cruyff. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
This certainly looks appetising, well within shooting range. A real opportunity here from a position of great potential. Chance! Goal! Benfica! The breakthrough strike! So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
That has not gone well. Kajolu. That has been cut short. Pelé conjures time and space where few can. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now, can they get him away? Well, nicely intercepted. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Croatia clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And it's Gullit. Threads one in. That ball looks a good one. And the shot! It's a goal! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Benfica. And a chance! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Well, look at him, furious at himself for missing. Having said that, the manager applauds his effort to find that bottom corner.
Roberto Carlos. And that's clear cut, it's a free kick. He knew what was coming, that's a yellow card. Good strike, quite an alarm. And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
E antes da equipe poderá ser de arrancada, por favor, dirijam-se à sala do pessoal.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't...
Oh, what's he giving here? He's given a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. To open the scoring. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Well, I'm not sure what body language the keeper was trying to read, but it didn't work.
So, a breakthrough already. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Pelé. Pinches it off him. Pelé! He's scored! 2, and we've barely begun here. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, they're very much the better team at the moment, Peter, and no doubt will be looking to cause even more damage here. I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper is very relieved.
Forlan. It's Forlan! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. Benfica have themselves a chance from the spot to further improve their position of comfort. Oh, he's missed it.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
And this is Batistuta. Now it's Pelé. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Now it's Forlan. Now it's Pelé. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's burst through. Ibrahimovic! And he comes up trumps again. Now it's Forlan. Now it's Cruyff. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Neymar. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Roberto Carlos got a long way forward to join the attack. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Cruyff. Oh, what a mistake! In comes the corner. Benfica with the corner. They're first. Chance! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unearned. And that's it. Well, thanks to Jim, we both wish you a very good evening.
Caros espectadores, por favor, prestem atenção ao ecrã gigante, pois vamos mostrar uma intervenção especial dos nossos artistas convidados para hoje.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle. Well, there's the man we're all here to see, the thriller-minute Neymar. He really does turn every game. Shapes to shoot! Superb from Pelé!
As openings go, this is up there. Another magnificent finish from Mr. Magnificent. This could be good, very good.
So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So, a breakthrough already. Passing nice and neat. Tries to play it through. Neymar plays it in. Zanetti attempts a clearance. Maldini deals with that comfortably. Vieira demonstrating his defensive quality there. That is lovely. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Pelé. Pelé goes steaming forward, and he's picked it up out wide. Pelé is onto this. Shot at goal! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Looking for the run. Pings in across. And the header is disappointing in the end.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Benfica with the corner. They're first. Neymar with the short one. Finds himself unceremoniously floored. Delivers the ball. And back out it comes. Played back in. Oh, that's a fine challenge. It's a foul, it's in the box, it's a penalty. Benfica presented with a golden opportunity here. So this to extend their lead. Vieira!
Oh, what a cracking save from the keeper. That may turn out to be psychologically pivotal.
Neymar's cross.
Benfica clearly are looking formidable down that left-hand side, the current supply route.
Neymar clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Gives the defence a decision to make, whether to go zonal or man-to-man now.
Gullit wins the duel this time. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Thuram is someone so often referred to as the defender's defender. Benfica leading here thanks to that early goal, and the score is 1-0. Turns back here, probably the best option. Pirlo. Maldini. And it's Maldini. Vermaelen. Van Dijk. Thuram. Van Dijk. Vermaelen. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Vermaelen is the guilty party there. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Pirlo can see things others simply cannot. That's a cute ball. That's beautifully weighted. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Roberto Carlos. And it's Roberto Carlos. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Spread it left. Now there's a fight. It's Pele! And that has been cleared. And that has been clubbed away. And they're quick to get it back. Neymar. Beckenbauer. And here's Gullit. Roberto Carlos. Deflected behind for a corner kick. Benfica have their second corner now. There's the shot! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Somewhat off target.
That's good play from him.
And the ball's come loose here. Thuram goes on a charge down the left.
Benfica can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
More and more pressure on the ball here. Thuram. Vermaelen. Thuram. It's Van Dijk. Vermaelen is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Vermaelen. Vieira. Now Van Dijk. Vieira. Gets a good foot in there. Now it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos. And he's worked it through. No foul, says the referee. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. So your views on the first half?
Benfica merit their advantage on the balance of play. They did most of the probing and got their reward, although they should have a bigger lead. Could come back to haunt them.
Benfica, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up.
Vamos dar lugar a uma substituição.
Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Benfica really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Pele looking to add to his goal. Pirlo goes sliding in. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. No way through there. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, well played. Beckenbauer. Ibrahimovic. It's a searching pass.
Benfica couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Over to the left. Pirlo. Now he's got space here. Oh, that's clever. It's a promising position. Neymar. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Nicely weighted ball. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Substituição para o Benfica. Número 14.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Abandona o relvado e vai entrar com o número 22. Cristiano Ronaldo. Está a proceder-se a uma
Nice looking
substituição.
ball. That was good alertness. Beckenbauer is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And it's Cruyff. Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And the shot's on here. That has been slung wide. Great ball, and he's hits a shot! Decent strike, kept it fizzing low.
Oh, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too.
Está a acontecer uma substituição.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
Pele running with the ball. That's good vision. That is a brilliant interception.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh no, that was never going to make it. And that has left him in a heap. Oh, this looks sharp. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice just now.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Real chance! Oh, it's hit the post! He came in hard, very hard. Benfica have their third corner.
Substituição para o Benfica. Número 4, Neymar. Número 11, número 21, número 13. Vão dar os seus lugares a número 6, Hazard. Número 18,
Big header!
Ronaldinho.
Firm header, just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
For Marlon. Maldini. Can he get it through? Ronaldinho gets into some space. Decent chance! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Zanetti promptly onto that, and that is that. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Benfica can consider themselves just about safe now. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. That has ended up in no man's land. Vieira has a look and plays it forward. Threads one in. Beckenbauer. Benfica clearly now in lead preservation mode. Roberto Carlos is one whose deliveries we all know about. And it's Baggio. And here's Ronaldinho. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly.
Vamos ter 3 minutos de compensação.
Can he get onto this? Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Seedorf. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Looking for a runner. And back to the keeper they go. And the number on the board is 3. Well, that pass isn't the best. And the referee brings it to a close. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the right answers. Cristiano Ronaldo picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So we're up and running.
Frank Rijkaard's presence here in the middle will be massive, Peter. He's so physically dominant, such a destroyer.
Neymar! They've scored!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
So that goal then.
Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always likely to be drilled very low, and so it proved.
Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Pele, he's in plenty of space here, and he's managed to get free.
That is a crunching tackle.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Pele. Oh, this is a very good run. That's very neat. And he's picked it up out wide. And this is Roberto Carlos. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. And it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos has it in a wide position. Foot in. And we have our very first corner. Oh, well played.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He's had a shot! Great strike, a test for the keeper.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Well, that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Showing great feet there. Ibrahimovic has been caught there, it's a foul. He's shaping up to have a crack from here. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Neymar! Neymar! This boy is showbiz! A finish of true class! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. That was beautiful, something close to genius.
Well, he made it look effortless, clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's away we go then. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
That's everything you want. Benfica with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That's a decent clearance. Beckenbauer. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Messi. Thuram calmly anticipates. Beckenbauer. And here's Neymar. He's found a way through. Showing good feet. Pelé. And that's the keeper's ball. Rafinha. Rodri. He's looking wide. Now it's Kaká. Kaká going face-to-face with his great rival. And here's Torres. It's come through and he's had a quick look inside. Roberto Carlos did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
That appeared to be an inevitable outcome. Too much traffic.
Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Pelé. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Neymar. And this is Pelé. Header! Goal! Benfica! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And it's Hakimi. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
De Ligt. Messi. Has a shot! Now that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Messi plays it short. Benfica have the chance to go the other way. Tries to pass it through, and that is expertly dealt with. Pelé can so cleverly bypass the press. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Beckenbauer. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Ibrahimovic. De Ligt defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Casemiro. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Pelé. Oh, that's neat. That is a brilliant interception. Rafinha. And this is Torres. And he's been shifted off it. Torres was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Played out to the left flank. Thuram spots it and intercepts. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Pelé, and here's Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's burst through. Oh, he shoots! He scored! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Rafinha. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Now it's Pelé.
Vamos ter minuto de compensação.
Foot in. And it's Roberto Carlos. Can he get on the end of this? This might spell danger. They're urging him to shoot. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Reflections on the first half?
Benfica certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Benfica are heading into the break, very happy with how it's gone so far. So off we go once more. Rodri. Here's Cannavaro. Kaká. Now it's Messi. Now, can they get him away? Played into space out wide. Cruyff. It's a good run down the right. He's got away. And this is Pelé. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Pressing high and with purpose. Kaká. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And he's managed to gift it back. Beckenbauer. And it's Ibrahimovic. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And he's managed to get free. Diogo Dalot. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.